Hello my friends, today we'll take maps embedded in Power BI to the next level. In part 1 of this project we saw how to use a customized shape map in Power BI. It was nice, it does the job, but this was just a warm-up. Today I'm inviting you on a 20-minute escapade to the world of Power BI and Mapbox integration. Imagine integrating not just any map, a customizable 3D GIS masterpiece with labels and dynamic elements including building envelopes right inside your Power BI dashboard. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back and watch.
Okay guys, here we go. This is the original map inside AutoCAD Map 3D, and this is the map we created from part 1 of this project. I left you a link in the description if you want to watch it later, but the idea is we converted all the plots to closed polylines before we export them. So we're going to use the same plots. However, we'll add one thing, because in this part we want the map to show labels, so we'll add some labels to those 4 facilities here. And the way to do this, there's an easy way. Let's just bring the properties. So this is the property box. If you click on the garden, for example, you can find a hyperlink. We can use this field to add whatever value we want. So let's expand it from here. Let's name it garden. So now we can see the hyperlink shows garden. I've done the same for the other ones. For example, if we select this one, we can see school here and so on. So now we have the field tagged for each of those 4 plots. And if you remember from the first part, we used auto-created ID for all the other plots. Having that said, now we're ready to export the plots before we add the buildings. Let's just type map export. So you select the location where you want to save them. Let's name them housing plots. Click OK. The window opens just like the previous time. Select all polygons. The only difference here, when we go to data and select attributes, we'll get the area, and also from object properties you expand this, and from general you will find the hyperlink. Click on this and click OK. So we have those 2 fields. Also we'll create unique key field for each of the plots, just like part 1. And finally we go to options and we select treat closed polylines as polygons, and we click OK. Now the next part, just like the way we added those polylines, we'll add 2D polylines for the buildings. And I have already prepared this in another file. So here you can see I have the villas distributed over all the plots. We'll use those as 3D elements in Mapbox later. We'll go again with map export, and we'll save them in a separate folder. We name it villas, and let's just name them villas outlines. Click OK. This opens for us. So now we have everything is selected, but because we have both the plots and the villas, we want only to export the villas. And the simplest way, just keep everything selected and put the plots and the villas in 2 different layers. And this is what I have done. So just select the layer containing the villas, and I have this layer contains only the villas. So click select, and again the same way, polygons. We don't need any data, we just want polylines, and to treat close polylines as polygons. Click OK, and we have everything exported. And that's it, we have the map ready. Now we can move to Mapbox. After having the shapefiles exported, we go to mapbox.com. I will leave a link in the description for you. and you just need to create an account if you don't have one already. You can create it using your personal email or work email. So I have account created. I'll just go to account. So this is how it looks like. And the first thing you need to do in this website is create an access token. We'll use it in Power BI later. And I have one created here, but if this is your first time accessing this, you just click on create a token. It will be created for you and you will have the token where you'll copy it and use it in Power BI. After having created the token, you can go to the menu here, click on the arrow and select Studio. This is where you'll create your map and your styles. You can create a new folder. So I have this folder created for this project. If you want to create a folder, you just click on new folder. So let's go in there. So once you're here, you're ready to create a new style or a new map. You have the option here, click on new style. Now you have two options, either to select one of the styles and customize them, but here you need to be careful with the versions. Sometimes with the updates, you'll find the Power BI visual is not updated to work with those new updates in Mapbox. But to make your life easy, I already prepared a style for you that you can upload and customize. You'll find it in a link in the description, and the way to upload this, select from the option here, upload style, and you need to select the JSON file. Again, you'll find it in the description. So this is the style I want to upload. I'll just double click and you can see we have a style ready that we can use. Let's click on customize next. So I have this map, it's ready, and you can use it, by the way, for any place in the world. It's not for this specific area. It contains the entire map, but it's customized and to ensure that it works with Power BI Mapbox visual. Anyways, now we can start creating our customization. The first thing we need to do is uploading the master plan. And to do this, we can create a new layer. Use the plus sign here. Select custom layer. You need to upload the data. And for this, we're going to use the shape files we exported. So the options are, you can see here the files it accepts. But if you want to upload shape files, you need to make sure they are zipped. So these are the two folders containing the shape files. We have the plots, it contains all these files, and the villas. All we need to do is to compress them. Let's right click and compress to zip file. We keep it the same name. Again, we do the villas the same way. So now we have them zipped. We're ready to upload the data. We'll start with the plots. Select files. So this is the plots. Click open and confirm. You can see here it's being processed and now it's succeeded. You can see the name of the tile added here. So all you need to do now is select it because it's uploaded. You'll find it from the list, plots. So here you can find it uploaded. Just click on it. You can see now it's showing in the map. And for those, we're not going to use fill. Instead, we're going to use line. So just select line and that's it. You can go from here from style. If you want to change the width, you can change it from here. The color also you can change it, and you can change the transparency from here. So this is the first layer. Now let's add the labels to the plots, and we'll do this in two steps. One to add the IDs for the plots and one to add the labels for the facilities. To do this, we just go to the plus sign. We'll start with the numbers, and from the source we're going to select the same tile we uploaded a minute ago. So let's search for it here, plot. You can find it here, click on it, but here we're going to change the type now to symbol, and this will allow us to add text. Just click here and you go to style, and here insert data field. You can see now we have the ID, the area, and we have the hyperlink. We're going to use only the ID. Click on it. You can see the numbers are added. If you zoom in, you can see it's interactive. It will show and hide based on the zoom. And also you can change the size, for example, the text size from here. Let's keep it 10, for example. That looks better. And you can change the color and the font and the line height and spacing and so on. So you can try the different formatting options from here. Also you can rename this layer. Let's name it plots labels and click here. So now it's saved. So we have those two layers. Now let's add a layer for the villas. Again, custom layers. And for that, we're going to upload data. We just select the file we prepared for villas, the compressed one, and click open. Confirm. We can see now it's uploaded successfully. Let's select it from here. Search for villas, and we find it here. Click on it, but we'll go to the type now. We'll select fill extrusion. This will allow us to convert this to a 3D element. Let's select it and go to style. We can set the height. For example, we can set it to 10 meters. So if you right click on the map and rotate it, you can see they have height now. You can change the color. Let's set it to white. That looks much better. And you can also change the transparency. Let's set it to 0.5, for example. Now we can see the numbers behind them. And that's it. We have the villas layer ready. And the final layer I want to add here is showing the labels for the facilities. So let's again add a new layer, custom layer. We'll use the plot style again. This is the one. Click on it, and the type will be symbol again, and from style we select the field to be hyperlink. So now we can see the text showing for the facilities. If you rotate them, they will rotate with the view nicely, which is exactly what we want. That's it. We have the style ready. All you need to do now as a next step is to publish this style. And by the way, don't try to update it, because if you update it, it might conflict with the Power BI Mapbox visual. We'll keep it as is and hit publish. So this is our map. We click publish. Style was successfully published. Click OK. Now if we go back to our folder, we can see we have the style ready for us to use. There's one more thing here to mention. We will be using two things. First, the style we prepared here, and the tile sets. One of the tile sets we uploaded. We uploaded two tile sets, one for the plots and one for the villas. So if you go to tile sets here, you'll find everything you added. So those are the plots. We'll come to this later when we try to add it to Power BI. So back to Power BI, this is the dashboard or the report we created in part 1 of this project. Again, you'll find a link for this part in the description. So let's just duplicate this page, right click, duplicate, just name it Mapbox. We're going to delete this old map and we'll download the Mapbox visual. Let's click here, get more visuals, and you search for Mapbox. This is the visual we're interested in. Let's click on it and add it. Add. We have it imported successfully. Just click OK. Here's the visual. Here's the visual. Just click on it and let's place it here. So we're going to use the same data from part 1. We'll feed in the ID in the location, and we'll feed in the status in the color field. Let's just rename it to status. Next, we'll go to format your visual and open the settings here, Viz settings. We need first to provide the access token. So if you go to your account, you should have prepared the access token as we said earlier. So just copy it from here and we just paste it in the access token. So this is first step. Next step, we want to add the style we created. From map style here, we use custom, and we want to add the URL for the style here. This is the style we created. From the 3 dots here, you can find the style URL. Just the same way, copy it and paste it here. So this is the first part. Next, we turn off the circle here, and we can see now our map is showing. And if you hold the right click and rotate it, you can see it has the 3D effect. You can zoom in and zoom out to the map. Now we want to add the status for the different plots. And for that, we're going to use the grouplength settings from here. Let's turn it on first. And for the aggregation, if you add any values in the tooltip, if you want to show as a value, you're going to use sum. And if you go down here, you'll find levels. We'll keep one level. And here we're going to add the custom tile. And if you remember, I mentioned earlier that we'll get back to the tiles. This is where you're going to add the tiles. Let's go back to Mapbox. What you need to do is go to tile sets and look for the plots tile set. And from the 3 dots again, you're going to copy the tile set ID. Just copy back to Power BI. You need to paste it here, but don't remove the first part, this part. Just remove the part afterwards and replace it with what you copied from Mapbox. The second thing, we need to add those 2 fields. Again, we go back to Mapbox. You open this tile set by click on it. Here you'll find the name, the layer name. Just copy it and you paste it here in the layer name. And finally, you need to add the vector property level. If you go to Mapbox, we're going to use the ID as a link. Because we use the ID in the location field, we're going to use the same field here. So I'll just paste it. So now we established the link. Just to remind you, when we added this visual, we fed in the ID in the location. So we need to use the same field here for the vector. So this is basically establishes the link. Finally, you can change the data colors from here. So for sold, we're going to use the red. Available, we're going to use green, something like this. And for reserved, we're going to use the yellow. Once you finish the settings, the map will be automatically updated. You can also make the colors transparent a little bit. So again, open the settings. You can see here we have the opacity. You can change it, for example, to 50. So now we can see the map ready with the colors, and we can test it. For example, let's look for single row. So it shows in 3D all the single row. Let's look into corner units and single row. You can see them highlighted. Let's also add tooltip. So again, select the visual we go to the Data tab, and we can start adding tooltips here. From the same table, we'll start by adding the ID, the area, the price, the view, C-axis, single row, and corner units. So now if you look into any of those fields, you can see all of those fields are showing. We can just rename them from here. Just make sure to select some, and we have the tooltips are showing now as expected. So now we have everything we need. We can format this visual. Just copy from Format Painter, copy the same format to show the borders and remove the background. You can also remove the title from General, turn off the title. So we have now our map ready. Let's just add one more table below here to show the individual plots. So you click on table, and you feed all the values to it, the ID, and just select don't summarize. We have the area, price, and all the other fields. So here we have the table after some formatting. So now we can test the dashboard. Let's look only for available units. You can see they're highlighted. You can select one of them from here. It will get highlighted for you. You can zoom in. And we have our dashboard ready.
And there you have it, my friend. And now it's your turn to develop your own custom map and integrate it into Power BI. To get you started immediately, I left you a link in the description containing the material we covered in this tutorial. I hope you found the contents of this video valuable. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget the like button. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe to this channel to stay updated with more unique contents. Before I leave you with a demo of the dashboard we crafted today, I just want to highlight that the Mapbox visual we use today is version 1.6.0.1. A key piece of info for syncing up with the Mapbox style provided in the description seamlessly. Until next time, I'll leave you now with the demo. Peace.